So there I was, top 4ing every game, playing Vayne and Lissandra only, 5k LP, and now my comps suck. I can't win the game. What happened? Yeah, there's a big patch. They nerfed Lissandra, they nerfed Vayne, they buffed Skirmishers, they buffed a bunch of all these units. Nah. Just tell me what to play. Alright. Hello and welcome to the morning meta report. We just saw a massive patch that shook up the meta. There's no longer 3 Vayne Lissandra players in the lobby. Hell, 5. You're seeing a bunch of Jacks, you're seeing Invokers, you're seeing Draven. Overall, this is what the meta is looking like. At the top of the charts, we have Invokers. Invokers, ideally, is always going to be the best comp, just because it's so expensive. It's a lot of legendary units. That's Heimer Teemo. It's really expensive. You're not going to play it most games. That's kind of like the end goal with AP comps. Skirmishers are right under that. Skirmishers got buffed across, like every Skirmisher unit got buffed. The comp is insane. You start Cloak, you play Jax. Pantheon is like the craziest frontliner in the world. Trundle busts everyone up. This comp is very nice. Karma is really strong. You need a blue buff for her. You need Garen to make the comp work. Otherwise, it kind of falls apart. But it's a really good comp. It has good frontline. It has good damage. If Karma can ramp, you are okay. Draven, I think Draven is really strong in the current meta. He just saw a buff. It does okay into the Jax comp. Draconic set, it's probably even higher up. It's probably S tier, but the issue is it's not super reliable. But if you get Draconic early game, it's really strong. Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is really good and has a very strong spike, but it doesn't have as hard of a cap. If you use Vel'Koz to go into Invoker board, it's like probably S tier, but you run it with A-Bomb or 4-cost frontliner like Taric Rel. Squid, same thing. Let me get rid of that. Same comp. Sins, I think Sins are very good, but they don't do very well into Skirmishers. You have a few options for your carry. A Katarina, you want like IE, probably defensive item, GA, Shadow Hodge, Deathcap blue buff, all things like that are good. Nocturne, you want like Bleak, Zeeks, like IE, maybe like Runons or something. You need 3 damage items basically. LeBlanc is okay. She's fine. Vayne, dude, honestly, everyone stopped playing it, but Vayne is still fine. Vayne is still a really good comp. The exact same Vayne we're playing with the Bleak Zeeks and Runons. Obviously, you don't go Cursed Jeweled, but it's still a really good comp. So if you were playing this before, you were good to go. Lissandra, though, out of there. Kayle, Kayle's probably higher up, but the reason it's so low on the tier list is because it's so hard to get to Kayle. It's really hard to get there, but if you get there with like 4 knights, really good. Aphelios. Honestly, let's go ahead and remove this guy. I would not recommend this comp. Either we haven't figured out how to play it or this thing sucks because, man, it is not it. Varus reroll. I'll play Varus reroll over Aphelios. Not a huge fan, but if you get a bunch of Varus early game, it's really good. Varus 2 is really good early game, and that alone can probably get you top 4. But if you get a bunch of them, just roll with it and maybe eventually swap to Kayle. Legionnaire Mord, not super in meta right now, but it's still pretty good. If you get like Legion spats and the right items on Mord, not bad. Cavalier reroll. There's whispers of this Hecarim, Sejuani, Victor, Brand reroll comp. Apparently you need a blue buff on Brand. I'm not sure. We'll see how the meta develops, but something to keep in mind. Thank you, and see you guys the next time. Remember, like and subscribe.